All right, it looks like things are working. Hopefully you guys can hear me and video's right. All the things are good. I think I'm more on top of it this week. So, welcome to Thursday night Facebook Live class with Christy Hillock from CJ Card Creations. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I am so grateful for all of you, whether you're catching me live or watching on the replay. It means a lot to me. Hey, Janie, thanks for being here. So, whenever you're watching, make sure you drop a comment so that I know, and I'm always glad to see you. And I also really appreciate you sharing the video. Thank you, Janie. So, I am going to get started pretty quickly tonight. I have kind of a fun fold gift card holder for you. And I think that it turned out really well and it's really fun. It's mailable, which is always handy. So I think you're going to like this one. I also, it's my birthday on Saturday, so yay for that. And because of that, all month long, I am doing a special where if you place a $50 order, I think is what I said. You would think I would know all these things, but there's a lot of numbers floating around. But I'm pretty sure it's a $50 order in my online store before tax and shipping. I will send you a pack of iridescent rhinestone pearls. Let's see. They're so pretty. Sorry, I can't figure out which way I'm going. But anyway, I love them. I think that's my second or third pack. They're wonderful. So if you would like to get your hands on some of those for free, just place that order. Hey, Mom. I also have two different tutorial bundles that I send out for a thank you for anyone who orders at certain dollar amounts. So I will have those going out soon as well. I try to work on those every week. And then I have a class coming up on the 19th of December. That's Monday night in my house. So it's in person. And it, I think it's just going to focus on like thinking of you and birthday because by then, I'm going to be done with Christmas. So I also, last thing, and I'm actually going to go ahead and start switching over so you can see this, but I have a class to go for this month. And so I am featuring the Celebrate with Tags bundle all month long. And this is what I came up with for Not Christmas. So this stamp set is actually wonderful because, for one, it's carrying over, which is fun. But you can see you can do Valentine's, birthday, or balloons are great for any time, but also Christmas and just, winter. So this is a great set. And the dies, this is only like half of them, but they're wonderful as well. And so what I did was come up with 4 cards and then one simple tag that just opens up like that. Hey, Aunt Pat, thanks for being here. And then I've got this awesome box that I will teach you how to make. And this uses the tag, one of the tags dies, and some glimmer paper because who doesn't love glimmer paper? And then this is also, it's a square bottom bag, I think. I'm not exactly sure what we would call it, but anyway, super cute, would hold quite a bit of candy or, something else small. So that is my class to go. Deadline is the 20th, but I don't think I'm going to be able to deliver it until after Christmas because Stampin' Up! Just announced yesterday that their shipping cutoff is today to have any chance of getting it by Christmas. So that really changed my plans. So, if you need to order anything, make sure you hop over and get that done this evening. There's a lot of good stuff on the clearance rack and then all of the retiring product as well. So this is just one other card that I want to show you. We made this at my team meeting this past weekend and we had a lovely time. We did some faux watercoloring and this is called a W fold, W pop-up fold, something like that. So anyway, it's beautiful. I was really, really happy with how it turned out. And then this early espresso kind of suede ribbon is amazing. So just some different ideas for you. And now we can get started. So this is what we are making tonight. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. This cute little card opens up and you can tuck in, if I did it right, there we go, tuck in a gift card just like that. So super fun. Your recipient will feel really, really special for getting this because it does have some pearls and some glimmers and just actually a very quick card to put together. So let's get to work and we'll see. I got everything ready a while ago and now I can't remember what I actually did. So we'll just see what happens. So I'm using the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper that I just think is so beautiful and so kind of muted. It's not as, I don't know, fun or fancy as some of the Christmas paper that we have, but it is just really, really sweet and pretty. So that's what we're going to use. And this backside I think is awesome for Valentine's or just any kind of project that you might want to do. So that's one thing that I really like about our designer series paper. Usually if I am not in love with one side, the other is amazing, but quite often I really like both sides. So this is just a regular size card, so 4¼ by 5½, and it is single layer for this part. It doesn't open or anything because of all of the stuff that we're putting on the front. So now that we have that, I have this piece of cardstock that is pre-scored for us. And what we're going to do is just Z-fold it. So you can see, sorry, my computer's having kind of a lag. So hopefully you're not having any issues with seeing me, but it takes me a minute to see where I am. So now that you kind of see how that's going to come together, and this piece is, let's see, 4¼ by 9, and then I scored it at 3 and 6 on the long side. So anytime I have multiple layers like this, I really like to use my bone folder to make these score lines really crisp, and that makes it stay closed a little bit better. So that is the first step. Now this is another pattern in that same pack of designer series paper. This one I think is soft seafoam and white, but I don't know. That was one I didn't totally love out of the pack, so not using it for this project. And all right, so this is going to go on the front here. So again, this is super simple. You would be able to mass produce this fairly easily. There is only one actual stamp on it, and we can go ahead and do that. You could also use this fold for birthdays or, you know, graduations, retirements, anything like that. But I do just like that it is actually a full card size so that throwing it in the mail is fairly simple to do. Because a lot of the fun, like the little, I don't think I have it here, but there's a larger gift card or there's a larger tag die in this set, and it holds a gift card, but you couldn't mail it, so it does limit its usability for certain things. So find a block here, and then with my rubber stamps, since I can't see through them, I try to make sure that I line up with the lines on this block, and usually it comes out pretty well. So we'll call that good. We are going to stamp this in real red ink, and this little die is actually from the All That dies, which is a set in the annual catalog that goes along with the He's All That stamp set. And so it's a very different focus, but I think also a wonderful set of dies, even if you didn't want the stamps. So, but once you add that bundle discount, it's really not that expensive to get the stamps, and I always end up wanting them down the road. So just something to think about. The dies that not the ones that I'm using for this project, but the ones that coordinate are retiring. And I did use those for my class to go as well. So if you want those, I would order them sooner rather than later, because you just never know how long we'll have something until it's sold out. And once they've set out that retiring list, when it's gone, it's gone. So, all right, so there is that. Set that aside for a second. We also need our bow punch, which punches two different bows. So just gonna open this up so I can see what I'm working towards. The first thing that I wanted to do, trying to figure out how I did this. I think just like this. So I am lining it up so I'm only going to get the smaller bow and not cut into this part so that my cardstock looks intact, and then I can use the negative space just like that. So that will tuck right in here. And then we'll bring this scrap of garden green, and I don't need a garden green bow of the smaller, but it's always nice to have little bits to tuck in behind labels and things on other projects. So there is that. Okay, and then the very last thing is going to be just this red piece that I apparently did not cut. So let me find that pack of paper and we'll get it set up. So this is going to be, I don't think that's the right size. So it's 2 3/4 across, and then I did 2 inches up. Oh, maybe I did cut this for this project. Well, not quite. So we'll go ahead and do another one. So while I am working through this to find the right pattern, this is our color family assortment stack. So it is a different set than the Painted Christmas, but it's, you know, it's one that you would want to have pretty much all the time because it is just such good paper. Lots of different patterns. You've got this plaid pattern and then the dots and the flowers. So let's see here. Get this trimmed down for us. And then when I am adhering a gift card holder into my project, what I have found is that if I do it with the card in place, then that allows enough space in the pocket that it will slide in easily enough to work. So as I am, oh goodness, adding adhesive, I only want to go around 3 sides because I want to make that pocket. And I want to be pretty light-handed with the glue because I don't want it to squoosh out, especially not with my handy little library card in the way. So we will just set this on here. And I'm just going to roughly line it up with the bottom of this piece so that when all of this is opened up, it looks like a cohesive, you know, consistent line. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else while we're just letting glue dry, sounds like letting paint dry, that I wanted to tell you. And on Saturday, that is the last chance to subscribe to the December Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is called Good Things Come in Small Packages. And so it is actually all about gift card holders. And I think it makes 16 boxes. They're all really bright and happy. The exclusive stamp set will be more like all-purpose focused and some birthday and that kind of stuff. So definitely one that if you give out gifts for birthdays, you don't want to miss this one. They also did an add-on that you can only get if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and it is cards and bases that coordinate with those little boxes. So that is coming, and then on Sunday they will announce the next set, which historically the January set is always, or Paper Pumpkin Kit is always Valentine's. But they just released yesterday this really fun little Valentine's. I mean, you could use it for other things, but it's a kit that you can get just on our regular website through the kit collection that will create treat boxes that you could use for Valentine's. So if you like to give gifts for Valentine's and you don't want to hang around and see what the paper pumpkin is going to be, then that might be a great option for you. So we'll get this little bow tucked on here and let that glue dry for a second. And then we have our punch that we took out of this piece that we'll just add right there. And then we are getting so close to done already. So I feel like this time of year is absolutely out of control. I had made a fun little list of things that I wanted to take the kids to do, and we haven't even gotten a batch of Christmas cookies made yet. So hopefully I'm not alone in being unable to get things done, but it just seems like there's so much happening. So do you guys have special traditions that you always do with family over the holidays? We kind of travel so much that we don't necessarily have recurring traditions other than eating lots of delicious food. So I am just putting on a strip of the Evening Evergreen Glimmer paper. And Janie, how did you get COVID again? I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Well, you know, one of my other friends has it right now too, and it just, I guess we're just in for it this winter. I mean, you see everything that they're talking about with pediatrics, all the babies with RSV and everything else, and it is really just kind of scary. So in that sense, it might be nice to just stay home and hide, because we definitely spent a lot of November sick, me and Emily. Somehow the guys didn't get it, which seems unfair. But Janie, if you need anything, you just let me know and I will special deliver treats or anything else to you. So I am just going to stick this little label on here now, and hopefully I'm getting it pretty straight. I don't know why everything looks straight and then it twists, but there we go. Okay, so you could actually stop here if you wanted to do just a little mini card, but of course it's always bigger when it's a fun fold on a regular size card. So I am just going to do a little bit more liquid glue back here, and I do, because this moves the way it does, I want to make sure that I get enough glue that it holds. Oh, good. I'm glad that you were able to get on that so fast. Yeah, when I had COVID, it was not fun. I would not wish that on anybody. So I'm glad that they could help you with the monoclonals. Is that what that one is? So, all right. So we are just centering this up theoretically in a straight fashion. Okay, and that is tonight's project. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you will make it yourselves. If you do, make sure that you go post it over on my Facebook group, CJ Card Stampers group. If you're not already a member over there, it's open to join. So head over and check it out. Everybody in there is always really kind and supportive. And I think that is just about it. So if there's anything that you need to make this project, I would love it if you ordered through my online store. Like I said, I have several specials right now for anyone who orders. So free gift and tutorial bundles. If you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out and let me know. If you would like to register for my class to go, which was all the bright, cheerful cards. So all of these, then make sure that you message me. If you're not already on my email list, if you are on my email list, then you will get the registration link there. But if you want that link, make sure you message me. And if you would like all of the dimensions written out in a project sheet for you, make sure that you're subscribed to my email list by Sunday night, and that email comes out Monday morning. So I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and Janie, that you feel better. And thank you all for watching, whether you're watching live or if you're catching the replay later. And I will see you next week for one more Facebook class project using this bundle. And I will see you then. Thanks. Good night.